The start of the World Cup has seen Newcastle stars shining, but the club is still making moves in the transfer market. So from Newcastle storming into the race to sign an exciting £60 million winger, to the Munoz deal being close to being sealed,
Wow! Beautiful!
to also uncovering the latest intriguing details being added to the deal. As per, join us as we'll break it all down and discuss the latest Newcastle United transfer news.
Let's go!
So starting off, Newcastle United appear to be edging closer to securing the signing of Victor Munoz, with the Osasuna winger increasingly expected to become the club's replacement for Anthony Gordon following his move to Barcelona. Reports from Spain suggest the deal is progressing smoothly, with Newcastle prepared to pay around £30 million for the 22-year-old Spain international. While the transfer has not yet been officially completed, all indications point towards an agreement being reached in the near future. Munoz is believed to be keen on finalizing his future before fully focusing on Spain's World Cup campaign, while Newcastle are equally eager to conclude negotiations quickly so they can move on to other priority targets during what is shaping up to be a busy summer. One of the major talking points surrounding the deal has been Real Madrid's involvement. The winger joined Osasuna from Real Madrid last summer, with the Spanish giants retaining 50% of his economic rights as part of the agreement. That arrangement already meant Madrid stood to receive a significant windfall from any future sale. However, fresh reports from Spanish outlet AS suggest Real Madrid have secured an even stronger position. According to the report, Madrid will not only receive approximately €15 million from Munoz's move to Newcastle, but have also negotiated a buyback clause as part of the transfer structure. The clause would reportedly remain active for 1 year, giving Real Madrid the opportunity to re-sign Munoz next summer should they decide his development in the Premier League warrants a return to the Santiago. If Madrid choose not to activate the clause by the end of the 2026-27 season, they would then lose that special right, and Newcastle would gain full control over the player's future. From Newcastle's perspective, the arrangement is not ideal. The club would effectively be taking on much of the development risk, while potentially seeing the rewards disappear if Munoz enjoys a breakthrough campaign in England. Should he flourish at St. James Park, Real Madrid would have the option of bringing back a more experienced and improved player after only a single season. That said, the situation may not be quite as straightforward as it first appears. Even if a buyback clause exists, Munoz would still need to agree to any return to Madrid. If he settles in Newcastle, establishes himself as a key player and enjoys life in the Premier League, he would ultimately have a significant say over his future. There are also positives for Newcastle beyond the contractual complexities. Munoz and his representatives have reportedly prioritized joining a club where he would receive regular opportunities, and Newcastle can offer exactly that. Anthony Gordon's departure has created a vacancy on the left side of Eddie Howe's attack, giving the Spaniard a genuine opportunity to establish himself as a first-team regular immediately. For Osasuna, the deal represents another major success story. The club are set to receive a substantial fee for a player they signed only a year ago, while Real Madrid will also profit significantly from the transfer. Most importantly for Newcastle, they would be securing one of Spain's most promising young attackers, at a time when the squad desperately needs fresh energy and creativity in wide areas. The possibility of a Real Madrid buyback clause may leave some supporters uneasy, but if Munoz performs to the level Newcastle hope he can, it would still represent a signing worth making. After all, the immediate priority is improving Eddie Howe's squad, and Victor Munoz looks increasingly likely to become a major part of that rebuild heading into the new season. Then, in another development, Newcastle United have reportedly added Liverpool winger Cody Gakpo to their shortlist, as Ross Wilson continues the search for a replacement following Anthony Gordon's move to Barcelona. Replacing Gordon was always going to be one of the most important tasks of Newcastle's summer. Not only did the England international provide goals and assists, but his pace, work rate and versatility made him a crucial part of Eddie Howe's system. As things stand, Osasuna winger Victor Munoz remains one of the leading candidates to arrive at St. James Park. The Spain international is viewed as one of the brightest young attacking talents in La Liga, with Spanish football expert Phil Minshall recently describing him as one of the pearls of Spanish football. Newcastle clearly sees significant potential in the 22-year-old, but there remains an understandable debate over whether he is ready to immediately replace a player of Gordon's influence. That uncertainty may explain why other names continue to emerge. According to Court Offside, Newcastle have now entered the race for Liverpool forward Cody Gakpo, whose future has become less certain following managerial changes at Anfield. The report claims Tottenham Hotspur currently hold the most advanced interest and are preparing a package worth around €70 million, £60 million, while Bayern Munich are also monitoring the situation closely. Any serious negotiations are expected to take place after the World Cup, but Newcastle are believed to be firmly in the conversation. From a footballing perspective, Gakpo would represent a very different type of signing to Munoz. While Munoz would arrive as a player with enormous potential and room for development, Gakpo is already a proven performer at the highest level. The Dutch international has spent several seasons competing in the Premier League and Champions League, building an impressive record since arriving from PSV Eindhoven. Across his Liverpool career, Gakpo has registered 50 goals and 23 assists in 180 appearances, establishing himself as one of the club's most reliable attacking threats. His versatility would also appeal to Eddie Howe. Like Gordon, Gakpo is capable of operating from the left wing or through the middle as a striker. However, his game is built more around intelligent movement, physicality, and finishing ability than outright pace and direct dribbling. Statistically, there is a strong argument that Gakpo would provide Newcastle with a greater goal threat than Gordon. Last season, he contributed 18 goals and 7 assists in all competitions despite Liverpool's struggles, while his Premier League numbers compare favourably in several key attacking categories, including chance creation and overall goal involvement. In fact, looking at their Premier League form for last season, Gakpo edges Gordon in overall attacking output, registering 7 goals and 5 assists compared to Gordon's 6 goals and 2 assists. Despite playing in a struggling Liverpool side, Gakpo remained a consistent threat in the final third. The Dutch international also demonstrated greater creativity, creating 10 big chances compared to Gordon's 5 and averaging 1.5 key passes per 90 minutes, significantly higher than Gordon's 1.0. His ability to combine goal scoring with chance creation makes him one of the league's most complete attacking forwards. While Gordon holds the advantage in dribbling, completing 1.3 successful dribbles per 90 compared to the 0.9 of Gakpo, still Gakpo contributes more in defensive duels and ball-winning situations. He averages more tackles and interceptions, wins more duels, and records slightly more ball recoveries, highlighting his all-round contribution. Perhaps most impressive is that Gakpo's superior attacking numbers come despite both players seeing a similar amount of the ball, with each averaging around 36 touches per 90 minutes. Gakpo has simply been more productive with his involvement. Gordon is an excellent player with explosive pace and directness, but the numbers suggest Gakpo offers a more complete package. He creates more, contributes more defensively, wins more duels, and has a stronger record of end product. For a Newcastle side looking to replace Gordon's influence, Gakpo has the profile and quality to make a significant impact. The Dutchman also brings experience that Newcastle's evolving squad currently lacks. At 26 years old, he is entering the prime years of his career and would arrive with a proven track record of delivering in high-pressure environments. That contrasts sharply with Munoz, who remains a developing talent still learning his game. Of course, there are obstacles. Liverpool would likely demand a substantial fee. Tottenham are already pushing hard. Bayern Munich can offer European football, and Newcastle's absence from continental competition could weaken their negotiating position. There is also the question of whether Newcastle would be willing to commit such a large portion of their transfer budget to one player, when several other areas of the squad still require strengthening. Even so, Gakpo's profile is easy to understand from Newcastle's perspective. If Munoz represents a high upside investment for the future, Gakpo would be the statement signing capable of replacing a significant portion of the goals, creativity, and attacking quality lost through Gordon's departure. Whether Newcastle ultimately pursue the Dutch international remains to be seen, but if the opportunity presents itself, Cody Gakpo could prove to be one of the most complete and proven replacements available on the market this summer. Then in some World Cup updates, Newcastle United captain Bruno Guimaraes made a positive start to his World Cup campaign on Saturday night, providing an assist as Brazil were held to a 1-1 draw by an impressive Morocco side in New Jersey. Brazil entered the tournament with high expectations, but it was Morocco who made the brighter start. The African champions were sharper in possession, more aggressive out of it, and looked the more dangerous side throughout much of the opening period. Their pressure was rewarded after 21 minutes, when Ismail Saibari produced a brilliant chipped finish over Alisson Becker to give Morocco a deserved lead. Brazil responded quickly, however, and it was Newcastle's Bruno Guimaraes who played a key role in the equalizer. The midfielder showed excellent awareness to pick out Vinicius Jr., who thundered an unstoppable effort into the net from close range to level the scores. While Brazil struggled to find their usual rhythm, Guimaraes was one of the few players to emerge with real credit. The Newcastle skipper was heavily involved throughout the contest, covering huge areas of the pitch, breaking up attacks and constantly looking to drive his side forward. He also produced a crucial defensive intervention early in the game before later registering what could prove to be an important World Cup assist. Following the match, Bruno took to Instagram to reflect on a frustrating evening for Brazil. Tough match and complicated debut. We continue looking for evolution, but we are convinced of the work developed. A lot of things ahead. Let's go Brazil. Despite the disappointing result, Newcastle supporters will be encouraged by another influential display from their captain, who once again looked like one of Brazil's standout performers on the biggest stage. Elsewhere, Nick Voltemade enjoyed a much more comfortable evening with Germany, although he was forced to watch from the bench as Julian Nagelsmann's side cruised to a dominant 7-1 victory over Curaçao. The Newcastle striker was an unused substitute throughout the contest, meaning he is still waiting for his first World Cup appearance of the tournament. Germany's emphatic win puts them in a strong position early in the competition, and Voltemade will be hoping future matches provide him with an opportunity to showcase the form that made him one of Newcastle's brightest performers last season. For now, all eyes will be on Bruno Guimaraes, whose influence continues to grow both for club and country. Brazil may not have found the perfect start to their World Cup campaign, but Newcastle's captain once again demonstrated why he remains one of the first names on the team sheet wherever he plays. But in an exciting development, if you would want to know the scary truth about Nick Voltemade, click the video link on screen now.